Hey guys, it's Renegade763. I've been requested to make a video on how to put Wii games on a flash drive. Those of you that don't have an HDD external hard drive and would like to know how to put Wii games on a USB flash drive, then this video is for you. So what you're going to need is a USB flash drive. I happen to be using a 32 gig, and you're also going to need a Wii game. I happen to have right here Mario Kart Wii, and you're also going to need Wii Backup Manager, and I happen to have that right there as well. I will be putting the link for the Backup Manager, and I will be putting the link for the Backup Manager. So let's get started, folks. First, what you need to do is open up your Wii Backup Manager. Like, it will be a WAR file, folks, and you need to pick which one which operating system you're running. Are you running a 64-bit or are you running the 32? The way to find that out, if you're on Windows 10, is very simple. Go to the folder here, right-click this computer, and go down to Properties. And as you can see here, I am on a 64-bit processor. So for those of you that's on a 32, you'd use the 32-bit. But for me, it's the 64. What you want to do, double click on it, let it load up. Okay, as soon as it loads up, folks, what you need to do is go to drive 1, go to interactive. You got to know what letter that your flash drive's on. So, like for me, for example, mine is H. So I would go to drive H, and you'll get this pop up. It says this is a valid drive, but there's no WBFS folder. Create it. You don't want to create it right now. I'm getting ahead of myself, folks. What you want to do is go to Tools. Go to Format Drive first. Find the drive you want to format, which for me would be the H drive. Then pick the format you want to format it. I recommend FAT32. Then you want to hit Start. And it will ask you, it will say, close your drive and continue, hit yes. It says, are you sure you want to continue? Say yes, because it will erase everything on that flash drive. So after format is completed, you hit OK, close out that, then we can get started with the next step. Okay, what we need to do, go to drive 1 right here, then go to this here, go down to whatever letter your flash drive is, go to it, then you need to choose the game that you want to put on there. Like for the video I'm doing, the game that the person wants on there, or the person that had me make this video, I'm sure is putting on there is The Legends of Zelda. I do still have that, but I popped it over in my trash. Let me get it out of there. Okay, there's The Legends of Zelda. We'll just do it. What you want to do is go to File right here. Go to Add Files. Wherever you got your game at. For me, it's desktop. You just want to select the game. Like, for example, the game that the guy that wanted me to make this video, for example, for him, it would be The Legends of Zelda. So we'll put The Legends of Zelda in. Make sure it is checked. And then as soon as it's checked, what you want to do is go to Transfer. And then go to Drive 1. And then just let it copy over. And sorry folks, I will not be able to show you the results after, due to I do not have my Wii hooked up. But this is the step-by-step instructions on how to do it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. But we'll let this install. And it will not install, excuse me. We'll let it copy over, transfer over. And then once it's transferred over, you're good to go. Make just one thing, folks. Make sure you put your USB drive, your flash drive, HDD drive, whichever one. Make sure it is in the bottom USB port of the Wii. Do not put it in the top USB port. If you have your Wii laying set normally, not on its side or none of that, make sure you put it in the bottom USB port. That is very critical, folks, because if you're using USB later GX and you do not put it in the bottom USB port, it will not read it. It will come up and give you 30 seconds to switch it from one USB port to the other. So make sure you guys plug this in to the bottom USB port. I want to make that statement very, very clear. I can't stress that enough. I've gotten emails saying, "Renegade, why didn't this shit work?" Because you didn't put it in the right fucking USB slot. That's why it didn't fucking work. So that's very critical, guys. Make sure you put it in the right USB slot. There's only 2 USB slots in the back of the Wii. And plus, for all of you newbies out there that is wondering why else it didn't work, probably because you didn't have whatever you use in format to FAT32. Do not format it to the WBFS format that's here on the Wii Backup Manager. Because if you format it into the WBFS format, you'll have to download a special program to be able to reformat your external or your flash drive, whatever you're using. So, once again, I recommend do not format it in WBFS format. Only format it in FAT32. Now, guys, if this helps you, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and give a thumbs up if you like this video. As you can see, this video would be done here in less than 30 seconds, or no, in less than a minute. So this video is going to be a little longer than I wanted, but hey, it is what it is, folks. Now the thing is, folks, you got to make sure you have Wii Backup Manager, because if you're running on the new, if you're running on the very last version of Wii's firmware, which is 4.3, then you will need it. What you should be running 4.3, either you, Jay, or anyone. If you live here in America, it'd be you. Now, also, folks, if you have USB Loader GX installed, you also can play other PAL games. If you don't know what I mean by PAL, that means you can also play games on your US console that will work. The game, you'll also be able to play games from other countries that will work on the US console, the US Wii. So if you guys want to know how to play Japanese or UK games or any of that on a US Wii, leave a comment down in the comment thing, and I'll be more than happy to show you how to do it. As you can see, this is almost done at that 99.97%. And after this is done, folks, like I said, just stick it into your Wii. Make sure you stick it in the second slot, second USB port, the very bottom one. The top one's the first one, the bottom's the second one. And if you if you have any other questions, feel free to ask. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as you'll be able to see, folks, if you go over here, let's see, transfer. Now, folks, if you want to put a second game, you do it the same way. Files. You can copy over more than one game at once, folks. Okay, so this here's Mario Kart Wii. Well, that's all you gotta do, folks. I hope this video helped you. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And leave a like if this video helped you.